We are here tonight to celebrate some incredible achievements in science over the past year. It is thrilling, I have to say, to be here in the same room with some of the smartest people in the world, or as Donald Trump calls you, egghead idiots. This is my second year hosting this event. They asked me back after Siri turned them down. The Breakthrough Prize is presented as a sort of Oscars for scientists. So a little later on, I'm going to be singing a tune called "We Saw Your Upper Ventral Apocrine Glands Undergirded by Adipose Tissue-Based Mammalian Prominences." And now when the press whines about that tomorrow, at least they'll be learning something too. All of our achievements as a species, the creation of the scientific method, this is the one that we humans should be the most proud of. Look at the snail's pace with which civilization has evolved in the 10,000 years before science. Millennia of having to entertain ourselves with campfire stories, and then suddenly, in the past few hundred years, boom, Mike and Molly. The scientific method, thanks. The scientific method is so powerful, so enlightening, that in the blink of an eye, we went from burning witches at the stake to putting them on Real Housewives of Orange County. But we live in an era in which science is still being challenged by ignorance and fear. We have candidates for president who think that the Earth is 6,000 years old. It's insane. It's insane. We need to find a presidential candidate who actually understands science, like a neurosurgeon, maybe. Actually, you know what? No, maybe not that. Maybe not that. That's a bad idea. It's a serious problem, though. Heavily supported scientific precepts are being doubted because somebody read something online that scared them. I had a conversation recently with a mother who does not plan to vaccinate her child. Now, this is a problem among a lot of liberals. Just so you know, I'm not only going after the conservatives here. Both parties have their meatheads. So I said to her, "Do you smoke?" She said, "Of course not." I said, "Why not?" She said, "Because it causes cancer." I said, "Well, how do you know? You're not a biologist." She said, "Yeah, but it's just like a known thing." I said, "All right, so because the scientific consensus among nearly all doctors is that smoking causes cancer, you trust that?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Well, what if I told you that the scientific consensus among nearly all doctors is that vaccines are not only harmless, but in fact essential to ensure a child's health and survival? Then would you vaccinate?" She said, "No, I still want to play it safe." The story has a happy ending, though. She got mumps. Look at climate change, all right? We're all feeling the effects of climate change, or as the Republicans say, no, we're not. 97% of climate scientists agree that global heating is caused by human activity. And look, all right, 3% of every profession is cuckoo. Stephen Hawking reminds us we don't need to imagine what our world will be like if we don't act now. We have an example sitting right next door, the planet Venus. This is a hellish world in the throes of a runaway greenhouse effect. 900-degree surface temperatures, atmospheric pressures so crushing, they destroyed the Russian Venera probes in a matter of minutes. And yet we're still fighting a constant battle against misinformation. Ted Cruz says climate change isn't caused by human activity. Stephen Hawking says it is. Well, they both seem like nice guys. Which one do I trust? Let me help. If you're offered two bowls of soup, one from Wolfgang Puck and the other from Bill Cosby, you don't have to be a chef to make the bright choice. Also, you ever notice the same people who think climate change is fake think pro wrestling is real? Donald Trump could be the next president of the United States, and he doesn't acknowledge climate change. But he says if it does happen, we can build a wall to keep out the sun. There is reason to worry about science education, too. 80% of US children cannot name at least 3 of the celestial bodies on Neil deGrasse Tyson's vest. But look, I'm not here to complain about the party poopers because there is a lot of exciting new knowledge to focus on, and that is why I am so proud to stand here in this room with the people who are, in spite of the obstacles, moving our species forward. I'm a space enthusiast, all right? No secret. And in astrophysics alone, look at the discoveries we've made in the past year. Liquid water on Mars, which is exciting because we don't even have that in California. We've discovered that one of our comets is literally spewing alcohol at the rate of 500 wine bottles a second. That's great news. And there's also an asteroid just beyond Jupiter that's stealing crystal meth. We've discovered a repeated dimming of a nearby star called KIC 8462852. Wait, oh, you know what? Sorry, we're on television, so I have to say KIC 5555555. It's true, though. NASA's Kepler telescope has spotted a star that's emitting strange light patterns that USA Today, the newspaper you step over as you leave a hotel room. It's a rich people joke, right? Has speculated could be caused by an alien megastructure. It was in the purple section. Right below the headline is Jennifer Lawrence hotter than ever. An alien megastructure. Do you know what that means? That means there could be aliens out there who have like 9-to-5 construction jobs. They could be out there right now yelling "nice ass" while Voyager 1 whizzes by. All across the various scientific fields, breakthroughs have been made this past year. A cancer patient received a 3D printed sternum and ribs and is now able to start smoking again. Pretty soon, with DNA from one human hair, we will be able to clone a whole person. And with the DNA from one Kardashian stomach, we can clone a whole NBA team. Right, okay, right. When the show goes on TV, we won't do that joke. All right. And of course, in Hollywood, we're rediscovering the thrill of science. We had a big science-based hit movie this year, The Martian, where Matt Damon proved, yes, where Matt Damon proved that being left alone on Mars can render a man unable to do a press junket without offending half the people on Earth. Sci-fi can actually teach us a lot, too. Like this new Star Wars movie has Harrison Ford in it, so we know there's pot in space. To sum up, even though many people continue to show a troublesome distrust of scientific progress, you scientists are still working each day to knock out disease, preserve the environment, and improve our lives. It's kind of like science is dating a jerk, but keeps saying, "I can change him." Well, tonight, we're here to say, science, you are so hot and don't even know it. Now let's bring out our first